My name is Vedant Kumar, and today I am going to recite the poem A Goblin Christmas. The little man and tiny maid who love the fairies in the glade, who see them in the tangled grass, the gnomes and brownies as they pass, who hear the sprites from elfland call, go frolic with these brownies small and join these merry sporting elves, but ever be your own sweet selves. The big bright moon hung high and round in a densely darkened sky. The tall pines swayed and mocked and groaned. The mountains grew so high that the man in the moon came out and said, "Who spooks for a merry dance? The winds blow hard, the caverns roar, while o'er earth they prance." A witch and a goblin led the sprites, out from the sky they sprung, and down the milky way they slid, and over a chasm sprung. The streams around ran witch's broth, the fumes were strong and rank. These effluent creatures all were worth while of the stuff they drank. The cunning moon looked on and laughed with a shrill and sneering jibe. Her soul grew fat to see them chaff, the mad and elfish tribe. The big black cauldron boiled so high with food for the squeer mites that it lit the world throughout the sky, and down came all the sprites. Their mad career upset a star as through the air they flew. It cringed in fear and shot afar and fell where no one knew. Orion's sword was broken in bits, Corona's crown was gone. Capella seemed to lose her wits while also longed for dawn. Then from the night there came a sound of sleigh bells ringing sweet. Out of the chaos came a man, Chris Kingle, for his Christmas treat. "Ho, Chris," they cried, "we'll have some fun. We'll bind the old man down. We'll tie him up and toss him over into our goblin town." They climbed the sleigh with shout and din to bind his hands and feet. 100 strong they clambered in our Chris to meet. He sat quite stiff with twinkling eyes, then seized his mystic wand. He raised it up and waved it around. Stiff was his chattering band. Stiffy starks and still they stood, clad in elfish clothes. Some were wax and some were wood, one had crushed his nose. "Playthings rare," he said and smiled, "for children rich and poor. Some I'll leave the crippled child, and some at the orphan's door." He shook his reins and called his steed to bear him swiftly on. Full well it knew master's need to hurry ere the dawn. From house to house they scampered down, their sleigh bells ringing clear. Through chimneys in the sleepy town, good Chris and his reindeer. The windows rattled, the moonbeams tattled, a tale so strange and queer. They told how at night in dire affright the moon had hid in fear, that he would call in his elfish court of spooks and witches gay. Each effing child by glee beguiled brought scores of others, they say. Then a man appeared with flowering beard in a sled with a reindeer fleet. They gathered about with din and shout to bind his hands and feet. Then the moon laughed loud at the gathering crowd, while he held his sides in mirth. To see old Chris in a plight like this, toiling o'er the earth. But alas for the moon, he had laughed like a loom, for Chris is a hero of old. Yes, Chris is a seer with his small reindeer. He captured the goblins bold, and he changed them, they say, in a wonderful way, to toys for his Christmas cheer. The big doll stared with her goblin air while the moonbeams prattle. I hear a rattle of homes on the chimney side. Then out on the snow I gaze below. Hurrah! It's Kris Kringle, I cried. Then sly as a mouse he entered the house and hung up his treasure so gay. Then out with her dash she sped like a flash into the night and away. Thank you.